Single. We'll come in. But come on, there's some guy that you guys. There's some guys in the picture, right? Come on.
I told you I had a roster, but no one I'm taking seriously right now.
You got a roster.
Yeah.
When you say roster, though, what does that mean?
It means that there are men that I am entertaining that I allow to entertain me for the time being until someone is seriously pursuing me and putting in that effort and taking me on dates and planning dates and things like that. They stay on the roster, and like the one who's putting more effort, they get bumped to like number one, and the one who's putting less effort, they bump to they fall off. So, and then sometimes I have to get rid of my whole roster and start from scratch, and it's exhausting, but it's work.
So currently, and do you have a roster too, or
I don't know that I would call it that. I look at it slightly different.
You got
but
a bench?
although she's kind of
Is there a bench?
I mean, I don't even think about it like that, right? Like, I won't like keep them if I'm not gonna pursue them for a long-term relationship.
Okay.
So like, if I've already found that this is not working, they're gonna fall off quickly. I'm not just gonna keep them to entertain them.
Okay. What would you call it then? What do you call it?
I mean, like, I'm either dating them or I'm not dating them. Like, we're either talking and we're not talking.
Do you have like a main piece kind of and some side
I
pieces?
have men who are attempting to show what they have to persuade me to say yes or no.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, that's probably what it is. And when one of them makes sense, then I will be going forward with that.
Gotcha. And I mean, you already told us, but
yeah, I can.
Nothing. Like it's been 11 years. Come on, some guy.
I can explain a little bit more. So
let me first. I'll come back to that really
okay.
quick. But so you have a roster. What's the roster looking like? You got
right now.
How many dudes are on the roster?
Hold on.
Oh no! Don't make her count.
I had to because it's a new week, it's a new day.
I got you. No, we're doing some math here.
I would say like a safe number is 5.
Safe number is 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you like entertaining all 5 at like the same time around? Do you think?
Yeah.
Do they know about each other? They don't know about each other.
They have to know that they're not the only people dating you.
I don't think that they would continue
You're on TikTok saying that.
Yeah, but the guys I date aren't on TikTok. They're like not spending their time on the internet or on social media. The guys I date, they don't like social media. They're just like they're about work. They're about their business. Like they don't live on the internet. I do. They live in real life.
Gotcha.
Are they also spending time with other women? Or are they just?
They probably are. I assume that they are. Until we get to a place where we've both agreed that like this is serious and you need to drop your roster, because I'm gonna drop my roster if I know it's serious.
Yeah, for sure.
How often? So you said it's about 5 guys on the roster
currently.
Is it more? Is it less? Because it's
around. I mean,
around 5.
Around 5.
So it could be 6, could be 4.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm talking to each of them every day or
Yeah.
I'm seeing them every day. It's kind of like they're in the vicinity, and if they call me on Friday night, I'll be like, okay, let me see. I'm gonna schedule Jay on Saturday and Josh on Friday.
Put them in the calendar.
Yeah, put them in the calendar. I'm a busy woman. I can't like take time so
yeah.
I schedule them out I schedule them out and then
no less.
In like let's say in a week or a fortnight, of the 5, how many would you say you schedule in a fortnight? So
What's a fortnight?
14 days.
Yeah.
14 days.
in 2 weeks?
I'm being kind of extra with the fortnight thing.
No, it was nice.
Thank you. 4 years ago.
I would probably say I would realistically 2 per weekend.
2 per. So you could do you might do a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So Bobby on Friday.
Yeah.
Cornelius on Saturday.
Whose name is Cornelius?
What's that?
Whose name is Cornelius?
I'm sure there's a Cornelius in the group chat.
Don't
Fortnite
sleep.
and you're Cornelius. What's next?
Don't sleep on Cornelius's, okay? They put it down, okay?
Okay.
If you want, I know a guy who I could link you up with.
His name is Cornelius?
No way.
Yes. I swear.
Single?
Yeah.
Is he smart?
Yeah, he's like kind of, he grew up in a very isolated community.
Okay.
Because I like what normal person. Okay, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but like.
So he's not on the internet.
No, he doesn't have any social media.
Exactly, my favorite types.
Doesn't have any social media, and he like grew up in a very rural area with like super traditional parents. He's like how do you explain it? He's
wholesome.
He's a gentle giant.
Oh, I love gentle giants.
Yes.
They're my faves.
So if you want, I could put in a word.
Yeah, tell Cornelius I said hello.
Question though
Cute.
on the whole Cornelius thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, do you think that there's just certain names, like, and I'm getting a little intimate here, that, you know, in the middle of some bedroom fun, you can't be talking dirty if they got a weird name. Do you know what I mean?
I'm with it. I don't
I'm with
care.
it too.
Like, oh,
Cornelius.
like I couldn't imagine myself like pulling a girl's hair, whispering into her ear, and being like, "Oh, Gertrude," you know what I mean?
But what if
Gertie
you
for
were,
short.
like,
That's cute.
Super attracted to her. She was like just the hottest thing to you. You would scream that name.
I would scream Gertrude.
Yeah, you would.
Oh my.
I might
God.
just not even use a name. I might have to use.
Oh, yeah.
A nickname for the
You
bed only.
bad girl.
Yeah, I just have to call her a girl or something.
Oh gosh.
You can have pet names. That's cute.
Yeah, there we go. So 5 on the roster, and
Yeah.
how long is it a kind of some come and go? So like a guy will fall off the roster, then you replace, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because I feel like I mean, like I said, sometimes it's 0. Like if I have a busy week and I just don't have the time, then I'm just not going to entertain anybody. And then sometimes it could be like 10. Like it just depends on, like, I guess the influx of people that I just happen to like meet or match with that week, and I'm like starting to talk to and all of that. So I guess it just depends on that.
You said sometimes it might be 10. So let's say in like a week period, or like a fortnight. Let's do fortnight.
Let's do
Yeah.
Fortnite.
What is the most amount of, say, dates that you've been on with different people in a fortnight?
10.
10?
Yeah.
So that'd be what, 5 a week or something?
Yeah, like Monday through
Damn,
Friday.
Okay.
But that's if I have like
Impressive.
If you have the
That's
time.
if I have time and energy. It's a lot
Yeah.
of energy to
Sometimes
give
a
to
lot to
people.
date.
Yeah,
Dating,
dating. Oh my gosh, I call myself a dating guru because I do this so often. And at this point, like sometimes I do it just for the experience, just for the plot, because I just like I'm so exhausted with dating. Like when you're trying to find the one, you go through all of these ups and downs and roller coasters. I'm like, let's do it for the plot. Let's see what happens, and I'll like
Right.
start experimenting and be like, this is a guy that I would never go for. Let's see how this works. Maybe I'm picking the wrong ones. Maybe I just need to try something
Yeah,
completely
switch it
different
up.
from my type.
Sure.
You know, so yeah.
Well, you definitely are a dating guru, because I mean, your TikTok, you definitely speak a lot about dating, and we actually have a few that we're going to react to during the show.
Yay.
We'll get into those earlier. And you've gone viral a couple times. You had a few that went very, very viral. So we'll definitely react to those, and we'll have a discussion. Just a few more questions. So when it comes to the roster, how many like first dates, and this is for everybody here on the panel, we'll go around the table. How many first dates total do you think you've been on your entire life?
Countless.
Lost count, have you?
I lost count.
Are
Do
we
you
talking
think-
about like a proper date or just like let's
Like,
hang
let's
out?
say, I mean, well, if we're talking proper date, how do you categorize what a proper date is? Is
Yeah.
it
You
You
dinner?
spend money on me.
Okay.
Period.
I would say
Yeah.
just first, because some people might have like a meeting. They might meet someone, but
yeah.
with a romantic subtext, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't
Date.
categorize it as a date. Okay, we went
would
on
be
a
the point?
walk type
Yeah.
of thing, or we, you know,
But what
some-
is that?
what is a walk?
Yeah,
Just a
like
walk.
I've had guys do that, and I feel like
I know
that's
some
such
women
a
don't like
waste
the
of.
walk.
I mean, it's just
I've
a
tried
waste
it in one of my
time.
experiments. It was terrible. Never did again. Never again.
Really?
I think we saw that TikTok actually. It was a beach
my
walk,
God.
was it? And then
I've had one of those
A
too, and it
beach
just,
walk is how I found my boyfriend.
Oh, that's sweet.
But I mean, you guys met online and decided to go?
No,
on a
we
beach
met
walk?
pretty organically. on
So
the
that's
beach.
when you have
Yeah.
the organic, that just adds something to the
Yeah, I
relationship.
think
When
so
you're meeting
too.
someone online,
Online is-
them
yeah, I can
doing
see
the
how
most
that's very
low effort
different.
thing they could possibly do is such a turn off.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because that's what you're going to put to any part of the relationship, and I'm not on there just for a hookup. So
Yeah.
your amount of effort is going to then lead to what your seriousness of the dating game is going to be.
Yeah, I get that. Are you guys like all looking for something serious?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
want
married and
to
have
be.
kids.
Yes, I want to
Yeah.
pop out a kid in the next year and a half, maybe 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on that type of time.
I wanted to
First
be
thing
married
I've
yesterday.
seen.
Oh. But do you have an estimate, like how many first dates? Let's say
Maybe 20.
first meets with
I would say 200.
200.
Maybe.
Oh my
200?
gosh.
That's
Girl, I
incredible.
did a lot.
Can I ask
told
you
you
a
for the
question?
plot.
I can't say yes to everybody.
About your roster. So what are the cons of having a roster? Because you said that you get exhausted. So don't you think there should be a moment in your time where maybe you shouldn't have a roster and just focus on one?
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I used to do that. I did focus on one at a time, but I realized that I was wasting so much of my time. And, you know, like when you're a woman, you only have certain amount of time that you can, you know, certain amount of time to find a husband, get married, have kids, all these things. So I got to a point where I was wasting like 3 to 6 months on a guy who was literally not ever going to be marriage material or husband material. But I wasted all that time because I thought I was going to dedicate all of my time and energy to this one person and it was going to work out. And then I realized maybe I should have scaled it back a bit and see what he's about and see what kind of person he is and the effort that he's making before I kind of went all in. So I think that's when I started the roster life, because now I'm splitting my energy and I'm not like breaking my heart over and over again every 3 to 6 month stint. So that's the logic behind the roster.
And men, that's how men date also. Men date talking to many and then they decide
men
which
talk
ones.
to multiple
Let me
women
not speak about all men because I saw you roll your eyes. I'm not talking about all men, but in general, no.
No, it wasn't an eye roll. It was more of a eyebrow raise. I don't
just like,
definitely not all men.
Not all men,
Yeah,
no.
of
But like
course.
in general,
I
I think
agree.
the way that you guys look or seek out relationships as a whole is by nature differently, just biologically what we're made to do.
Did you have more on that? or-
Yes. So when you have a roster, do you feel like you're the one who's wearing the pants or you're the one pursuing them? Or how does that work? Because I feel like the guy should be pursuing us.
Agreed.
So how does that work with you? What
I only
have you
have
seen?
that's a great question. I only have a roster because multiple guys are pursuing me. Like multiple guys are asking for my time. Like they're like, "Hey, are you available Friday?" Well, I got to check cuz Bobby, Joe, and Mo like texted me too, and they also want my time. So I feel like the roster kind of just got built around the interest. And like if I
Okay.
have so many people like wanting my time, they're probably not all worth my time, but I don't know that
Exactly.
yet. So, and I don't want to say like no because I said yes to this one guy. I'd be like, well, I have 2 hours scheduled on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Are you down? Like, and just kind of schedule them out that way.
Okay. Cool.
And do you like go on dates with them, or are
Yeah.
you just like, okay?
Oh yeah, I don't, and that's another thing too. I feel like I'm so traditional and I'm so like, you know, you gotta take me out on a date. Like let's do dinner, let's do movie, let's do roller skating, like let's do an activity. For me to really get an idea of who you are as a person, especially in public. I think a lot, especially online, guys, like a lot of guys will, you know, be like, hey, what? And I never met them. Like, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Why don't you come to my house for a dinner? I can cook you dinner and we can watch a movie at my house. It's like, sir, do you want to get robbed? Because you don't know me. You don't know if I'm going to set you up. Like you just don't know. And you're so comfortable inviting a strange woman from the internet to your home. And a lot of guys feel that way on dating apps. So I'm just like, I'm not about that life. I'm very like, I want to be careful.